Hey guys, so this is the next film on my catch-up schedule. Sorry that I didn't do any videos last week or this weekend. I wanted to focus on my birthday. My birthday was last Wednesday. I'm now 23. I don't feel any different at all. And, no, since I didn't have anything on the weekend, I just wanted to take a break and, just enjoy myself, relax. And now I'm going to do another couple of catch-ups that I'm still needing to do. This one is on The Meg, which was a movie that came out last summer. The Meg is based off of the book of the same name and stars Jason Statham as this diving expert who faces off against a megalodon, which is the colossal ancestor to the great white shark that was thought to be extinct, or thought to have gone extinct about millions and millions and millions and millions of years ago. And after, this all takes place after the megalodon attacks an underwater research facility. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of shark movies, and that's mostly because the majority of them have been shit over the last couple of decades. However, I am a huge fan of the original movie Jaws. That is still, in my mind, the greatest shark movie to ever be made. And I haven't cared too much for recent shark movies. I mean, you had more serious films in theaters recently, like The Shallows. That one I still wasn't too interested in watching. Maybe I'll watch it a little bit down the line. And then, you got the straight-to-DVD video-on-demand sort of ones, like Sharknado. I've never watched a Sharknado movie, and most likely I will not, so I won't even focus on that. But now, this movie was coming out, and, it seemed like something that was a bit of a mixture of both serious and more goofy, the serious with The Shallows and then goofy with the Sharknado, somewhere in the middle. And now, I wanted to see The Meg because it did look like this could be a fun time at the theater, and that first trailer that was set to Bobby Darin's Beyond the Sea made it come across as a little goofy, but more like, hey, we know what this movie is. We're gonna be goofy, and it's gonna be a fun time. And because of that, it increased my anticipation for the film overall in a very positive view. Now, for those of the uninitiated, those who are new to my channel, the way that I break down my thoughts on a film is I do a pro and con list. And, it's pretty simple. Pros are anything that I that I found good about the movie, and then the cons are anything that I found either horrible or just lacking in a certain sense of grace, I guess, or lacking in a certain quality. That's a better way to put it. Sorry. I keep feeling like I'm needing to burp, and then nothing happens. But anyway, I do like to keep the pros and cons separate, but if I'm able to get them to transition into themselves naturally, I will take advantage of that, but again, for the most part, I try to keep them separate. Okay, there's your guys' little disclaimer there. Let's go ahead and get into things. Say what you will about this movie, though, but it does know what it is, and it's really all I wanted. If it knows that it's ridiculous, then there's more focus on the entertainment aspect alone. It's meant to be a popcorn flick, not the next Jaws. And I did feel like there was enough characterization with some of the characters to get us to care, especially about Jason Statham's character and this little Chinese girl who he spends a fair amount of time with throughout the movie. I really enjoyed their back and forth together. And also, Jason Statham does a good job acting in this movie, and of course he's very believable in the underwater sequences. I mean, for those of you who don't know, before Statham got into acting, he was actually a very well-known athlete in Britain. He even got on Britain's national diving team. And I'm sad to say, those are my only pros with the movie. I do have a couple of issues with the movie, but really, I didn't go in thinking seriously about a movie starring a 70-foot shark. But if I had to take a moment to be serious, I would say that the character development and characterization in this film, it just comes across as weak for the most part, with most of the characters being some stereotypes and cliches that you would expect from a 90s action flick. The acting could have been so much better on multiple accounts, but I'm not going to go into that because I think most of us were expecting that. And then The biggest complaint that I have, and maybe this isn't necessarily something to complain about, but I will because I feel like the film didn't live up to its true potential. It was held back because of its PG-13 rating. I know that Statham wanted it to be rated R, and the original director wanted the R rating as well. But the studio said, no, PG, and then they got somebody who was willing to make it a PG-13 movie. Definitely would have been more entertaining if they had just had the restraints taken off and could have done a bit more balls-to-the-wall action. But really, there's not much to talk about or complain about this movie because, you know, it knows what it is. It's not going to be this overall masterpiece. It's not trying to be that either. Overall, I think it was fine. Definitely not worth buying on Blu-ray or anything, but I mean, if you want to sit down and, you know, watch a more modern take on a 90s action piece, or, you know, something in that genre, you know, if you come across it on Netflix or HBO or wherever the hell they have it, you know, this movie isn't a bad choice for a watch. And those are my feelings on the Meg overall. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do not hesitate to hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with everything that's going on in the channel. Once again, thank you guys so much. Farewell until the next video, all of you movie fans and casual moviegoers, and keep on being awesome.